Heavy rains have affected the search and recovery operation for 3 congregants who drowned during a baptism ceremony on the Jukskei River on Saturday. Emergency services say they'll resume their operation when the weather clears. 14 congregants have been confirmed dead so far, the youngest being just 3 months old. eNCA reporter Ntuthuko Mntungwa filed this report.
This is, not good news for the search and recovery teams that are hoping to go back to the scene and perhaps try and find some of those congregants that are still unaccounted for. What we do know at this stage, Protan, is that there are 3 families that have claimed that they still have not found their loved ones. And so the search and rescue operations were meant to resume today, but they haven't started at all today. We understand that they're stalled due to the fact that there was rainfall at the time. And in fact, by the look of things, Protan, I can certainly tell you that it doesn't look good, it doesn't look promising that those search and rescue operations are going to continue. There was a hailstorm just a few moments ago here in this particular area, and the search and rescue teams had really gone there, but then they went out to check whether or not they will be able to resume that search.
Let's get the latest now from Robert Mulotsi of Joburg Emergency Management Services. Thank you very much, Robert, as always, talking to you. Usually it's when we've seen some kind of a weather incident or a disaster hitting our city. So let's start with that massive hailstorm that has hit parts of Johannesburg this afternoon. Talk us through the impact.
Yeah, we've had a number of reports of areas which were affected by the storm earlier on this afternoon, areas like Florida, the inner city, and also most parts of Sandton. The worst part was that it's also, even our fire station was also affected by the storm, whereby some of the trees fell into the vehicle parking area, which affected most of the vehicles which were belonging to our staff members.
And you've also had difficulties, Robert, in getting to a lot of the areas where people need help because of trees down across roads and because of flooding on some roads. Tell us about what you're busy with on standby tonight in trying to assist people.
Yeah, we have had our swift water rescue unit and in most parts of the city on high alert, assisting our residents. So we're also encouraging our residents to call our emergency call center number, which is 011-375-5911, if they might be need assistance due to the fierce thunderstorms which we have had overnight. With regards to the search operation which we conducted earlier on this morning, we didn't do much today due to the bad weather conditions which we had along the river streams. We had a lot of rainfall, so there was a risk of our rescue workers being injured while they're trying to, conduct this search. So therefore, we had to call it off for the day. We're looking at resuming again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. We should be continuing with our search because we are told that there might be about other 3 people who might still be missing out of the information we got initially on Saturday when we started conducting this search. So we hope that we will be able to assist these families who might still have their loved ones being unaccounted for on this tragic incident. So we're hoping that tomorrow the weather will be much more better for us to continue with our search.
Robert, before I let you go, so sad to hear that a 3-month-old was one of those who lost their lives in this tragic incident. Can you tell us the 3 remaining people that are still missing that you're hopefully going to search for tomorrow? Can you tell us whether you know whether they're adults or children?
We don't know at this stage, but the information we got was that it looks like the ones which are still outstanding include the 3-month-old baby which you spoke about, because we are told that amongst the 33 people who attended the ritual, the youngest person there was a 3 months a baby who was part of the 33, and also the oldest was a 60-year-old. So that is the, various ages of the people who attended the ritual. So we are really concerned, Andy, about this situation, because this situation could have been avoided if necessary safety measures were taken. We know that as and when we drive throughout the city of Johannesburg, especially in most of the bridges, we find out that our residents are conducting these kind of rituals. Yes, we are not dictating to them to say how they're supposed to conduct their religious beliefs, but we are saying to them, let's try and make sure that as and when we conduct these kind of rituals, let's do them in a safer environment, and the people who are part of these rituals are much more safer, so that we can prevent incidents like this one. I mean, 14 lives lost is too many. So we're hoping that our congregants out there, they will work with us, to make sure that in future, incidences like this are prevented. We don't have to witness this kind of incidents. A lot of people have lost their breadwinners, have lost their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, their fathers in this incident. So we cannot keep quiet, like nothing happened. So from our side as a city, we have got programs which we conduct to our residents out there. Most of these programs are specially designed to make sure that our residents are empowered with the necessary skills. We're encouraging our congregants out there to invite us to come to the way they are, to train them in terms of water safety skills. What is it that they can be able to do when they conduct this kind of rituals? Our residents can be able to call us in our central reservation number, which is our 011-758-5050, where our public educators or peer officers are able to visit various communities to be able to educate them, not only about water-related emergencies, but be it fires, basic first aid and other safety programs to make sure that our residents are safer. We can do it under a tree. It can be a beer hall. It can be a church. It can be a community center. We are able to come to where they are to make sure that we empower them, because we have taken a strategy to say that prevention is the future. We have to empower our residents with the necessary skills to be able to deal with emergencies or disasters as and when they occur in their areas, before we as professionals even arrive.
Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening. Absolutely right. 14 lives lost is too many, and still a number of people missing.
Thank you.
Robert Mulaudzi of Joburg Emergency Management Services giving us an update on search and rescue operations, which they hope will be able to continue tomorrow.